everyone. I pray everyone is well, all is well. Got my scalar blasted water, so I'm hydrated. That's not the only reason why I'm hydrated. I'm hydrated because I've been eating fruits. I had a mango today. I had a blueberry smoothie. I had some tea. What else did I have? I had some greens. So I'm hydrated today. Feeling good. Something that has also allowed me to stay hydrated today is breathing. So I've been practicing a breathing pattern, consciously breathing parasympathetically. So parasympathetic breathing style is breathing through the left nostril, covering the right. With an emphasis on the exhale. I usually leave links in the description, so I'm gonna leave those for you guys to explore. You can tap in with the Black Airbender, you can tap in with just different things, and you can implement these breathing patterns or these breathing practices into anything, whether you be chilling at home, walking around, exploring, taking a hike, or at work, or whatever it is that you're doing. I've noticed that for me personally, it has increased my quality of life and my ability to create within my life. I'm going to talk about things of that nature, of creation, of creating an environment where you feel optimal, creating an optimal internal state, therefore that being reflected back to you externally. And I've probably talked about this on multiple occasions in my videos, but I really wanted to touch base on overthinking, because I feel oftentimes when we want a specific outcome or we have a vision for ourselves, we might have this tendency to overthink, and we might feel like we want more control over a situation, especially if you've lived a life in which you haven't had that much control over your situation. When you think of being a child, the people who are there to guide you, more oftentimes than not, they're either not giving any guidance at all, or telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. If you have been taught, perhaps from a young age, perhaps as you grew older and started working for a company or a business or whatever it is, where you have been told what to do and maybe have been trained in your mind to believe that you don't necessarily have the power within you, or you don't have control over your life or yourself, having self-governance. We have been led to believe that we can't govern ourselves. If you are somebody who has experienced this feeling of a lack of control, then it might feel as though you want to have control. Once you are empowered with the belief or the awareness or even just the knowing that you create your life, that you are a creator of your experience, then that can be very empowering. But if you live the majority of your life believing that you needed to fight to have control, or you needed to defend yourself as to regain control, then we might still be operating from a state of survival. As much as that may have served you throughout your life, there may come a point where it actually might hinder you. So I'm not here to tell you what is working for you and what isn't working for you. You need to discern that for yourself. But I will say that there are many different ways that thinking or utilizing the thought, the mind, can help us or hinder us. What I found with my own experience is that when I overthink things, or when I try to control a situation from that place of needing to defend myself on that level where it's not necessarily necessary, then I block my blessings in a way. I keep myself from being able to receive that which is inherently mine, and not mine, but it's inherently all of ours.
One time, I give you one time to confuse me, two times don't lose me, three times is way too much now. Yeah, I give you one time to confuse me, two times don't lose me, three times is way too much now. Yeah, I see it how I see it. Baby girl, stop with the cussing, please believe it. I be on go like it goes for. Come on time when I want to. You see, my life just moves like that, baby. And that's a fact, yeah. Gotta brush up the pain with the laughter. Give you one time to confuse me. Two times don't lose me. Three times is way too much now. I give you one time, baby, to confuse me. Two times don't lose me. Three times is way too much now. Yeah. Baby, need to fight now with the aggression. Oh, no, I can't trust her. No, listen, she disrespect me. I go along to the club when I wanna be happy. Yeah, you just can't stand me. No, you're just not happy. No, yeah, I get drunk on the whiskey. I get drunk on the whiskey. I get drunk on the whiskey. You can't reach me. You can't reach me. No, listen. I'm really trying to find myself in a dark place, baby. I'm really trying to find myself. I give you one time to.
If you're creating something in your life or cultivating something in your life, if you've planted a seed into something that you wish to witness blossom and sprout and go through that process of growth until its ultimate blossom in your life, and are still, how can we utilize our mental faculties, our mind, in order to help us grow and help us create a desired outcome without these hindering thoughts, without these hindering behaviors, without these hindering actions. In many instances, utilizing your discernment and utilizing your survival skills can be helpful. And not only helpful, but keep you in a safe space. You know, I feel there's much value in that. In utilizing your wisdom and your survival skills to create. Because there is a reason why you learned certain things. There is a reason why you have grown wise in the ways that you have. So truly, the fruits of that wisdom can help you create something that is of importance to you in such a way where there's less potential for harm, less potential for negative outcomes. There very well may be obstacles that present themselves as you create something, especially if you feel like you're creating something big or something great or something valuable, something that you have to actually put forth lots of effort, right? So it makes sense for us to have these negative thought forms, right? Negative thought forms can be of service Being clear and self-aware will allow for you to see where your thoughts that are rooted in survival, rooted in this wisdom, are serving you and serving the creation of whatever it is that you're creating, or where it might hinder you. When it comes to having an attachment to how things are supposed to go while creating something, I feel as though that grasping or that attachment or that sense of a need for control is very much tied in with that feeling of having a lack of control for the majority of your life even. And also that feeling of fear, that unknown, that place where in which we are creating from. You are creating something out of nothing. So that element of the mystery, or of that 0 point field is what some people call it, is going to be a part of the experience. Although you are the creator of this desired outcome, there is also a necessary aspect of allowing for that which you are creating to take shape and to form itself through not only your vision, but also your ability to have a sense of trust and a sense of knowing. You might have heard people talk about only trying to control the things that you can control, and putting those things that you don't have control over to rest. Just allow the things that you have no control over to be what they are as you focus your energy and your attention on that which you do have control over. So I feel resonance with that. I can agree with that. And what I really like to highlight here is the challenges that arise from this necessity to release control when you have been operating from a place of no control or a place of powerlessness. And on this channel we talk about depression. So when we're feeling depressed, I mean, that is one of the most powerless feelings ever. The weight that that word holds, that feeling of depression holds, is extremely powerful and creates an extreme sense of powerlessness. It might be easy for you to receive the information of, yes, just focus on that which you do have control over and leave the rest to the creator. But it's easier said than done. And so that is why I wish to acknowledge that in this video. One of the most important things to any kind of creation or any kind of change is the catalyst to that change or to that creation, which is an awareness. So sparking an awareness that you want to change, or sparking an awareness that a change needs to be made, or there is a potential for a specific change that will lead you to that which your heart desires. Now I really want to get more into what can help you prevent these intrusive thoughts, or at times this very debilitating pattern of behavior where we grasp or attach ourselves to a particular outcome or how something can potentially play out. One of the best things that has worked for me is creating a sense of trust within myself within all of creation. Now, it can be challenging to really trust and to know within yourself deeply that something will work out in your favor, or something will work out in the favor of that which is you wish to create or co-create. So that goes back into the unknown. It can be scary to go into the unknown. Going into a space of unknown where you know that there is infinite potential for the polarities and everything in between. There is a lot of potential for a negative outcome, but there is also a lot of potential for a positive outcome and a neutral outcome. With that awareness, it is also important to recognize that what you are focusing your attention on is what will present itself to you the most. And so, let's say, as an example, you spend a lot of time receiving information that implies danger, that implies negativity overall. Then the likelihood that you will be able to create confidently a positive outcome is reduced significantly. Let's talk about environment. When I'm outside, and I started this video inside and have progressively moved myself further and further into a more spacious area, and I feel that was an intuitive act of just wanting to speak from a place of openness. And that's not to say that being inside is going to be less open. Your mind is a space in of itself. Your breath, you can tap into all the space in the world through your being. But that does not change the fact that your environment is going to affect the way that you think, and the way that you perceive, and what you attract into your life. And the outcomes of that which you are creating, consciously or unconsciously. So whether you're aware of it or not, your environment, what you give your attention to, is going to present itself in your life one way or another. If you really want to experience something in your life, or you really want to create something in your life, and the people around you are speaking down on you, are speaking down on your vision, are speaking down on that which you wish to create, then it can be very challenging. You might start to adopt these beliefs, whether you like it or not. That's why it is of service to be around people who are going to uplift you, who are going to at least have the respect to hear what you have to say, respectfully receive, or respectfully walk away from what it is that you are expressing. And when I say respectfully, I mean, not in such a way where you can agree from a place of genuine care, genuine love, and joy, peace. Or you can disagree from a place of that freedom to choose for yourself in such a way where you're not harming another person. You're not trying to inflict any kind of pain on this person. You are just simply living in the embodiment of how you feel. Having a supportive environment that is in alignment with your wellness is going to be a great way for you to prevent overly intrusive thoughts or behaviors that are keeping you in a state of attachment that are keeping you in a state of a need to control something. The awareness, the support, and the focus on things that will help nurture you from that place that you may or may not have been in for so long of powerlessness. Some things that help me or have helped me throughout my experience to go from this state of survival to this state of trust has been very simple things. Things that are priceless. Pressing my feet to the earth. And I will say this every time. Having a sip of water. Being in good company. Connecting with people who are healthy. For me, personally. Because everybody is relatively healthy. And one person may serve you more than another person as far as your own growth and development goes. And where you wish to grow and develop and where you're naturally being attracted to. Simple things that will allow you to create a new foundation that is in alignment with being comfortable in a state of not necessarily knowing how everything is going to play out. It will create more space within you, within your heart. It will create more opportunity for joy, for peace, and for you to express your love. Something very simple, a thought that has helped me is just being on this earth and witnessing the amount of growth that is possible, that just is, the evolution of everything around us and within us. Just the natural world and how it thrives despite all the odds, despite all the things that go against this, or that seem to go against it. The earth, she thrives, regardless. The fact that we are in space, in this infinite space. So as you move about your day, having a sense of gratitude and appreciation for this awareness and for this fact can help redirect your focus to that of abundance, to that of trusting, and to that of knowing despite that mystery, despite that not knowing. I pray that this has been helpful in any way. And of course, if you appreciated this video, feel free to like it, comment, subscribe to my channel, share if you feel called to share this with anybody who might benefit from this video. Check out the links in the description. Check out what parasympathetic breathing patterns is all about. Continue to nurture this trust in the unknown, and nurture this trust and belief and knowing in yourself, in the creation that is you, in the creation that is all around us. So I appreciate you all so very much. Peace.